right, we're making sandwiches. Steak and cheese sandwich. Kind of like Philly style, but we're in New York, so we're not gonna take credit for it.
I'll tell you the truth, I'm always in the mood for a Philly cheesesteak. The problem is, I'm not in Philly very often, but now this place called Carl's opened up in New York City, so let's see what he's got. I have a cheese whiz, extra cheese whiz, and Coke.
And the name is?
My name is Bobby.
Bobby. It's gonna be 11.50 Bobby told us. Look it up, Mikey. Look it up.
What makes a good Philly cheesesteak?
What makes a good Philly cheesesteak? The bread.
Is it all about the bread?
It's all about the bread.
Yeah, you want it to be soft, because otherwise, you want it to become part of the meat almost, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Mr. Bobby, you're in business.
Is that for me?
Yes, sir.
How could you not want to eat that? That's great.
Doing the Philly lean, right? Leaning over so you get the grease.
Right. Really, it's great. The idea is to make sure that you cut the steak incredibly thin. I mean, here's the problem. We're using a grill, so a lot of times what people do is they try to use steak and it's too thick. It doesn't work. It starts tearing.
It's got to be thick.
Right. Got to be totally thick.
Very thin.
Okay, the first up, we're gonna make the steak and cheese sandwich. Thinly sliced steak and cheese of your choice. So we're gonna make our own sort of cheese sauce to go on top of it. We also have provolone, which is another option. For me, I like them both. Steak, 2 cheeses, and the perfect bread. We also can have some vegetables on here as well. So we have a couple different kinds of peppers here. These are like Cubanella or Cuban-style peppers. And then we have some green bell peppers, some mushrooms, and then of course, you gotta have some onions. I'm gonna cook the peppers whole. Cook the vegetables whole first. Let them rest, and then you can cut them. I'm gonna take some oil, some salt and pepper. Just give it a quick toss. All right, let's go to the grill. So this grill is about like medium high. And so we're just gonna put the vegetables in the back of the grill. So we're gonna get the vegetables going first. Okay. And then we're gonna get our cheese sauce going. So we're just gonna take some butter, and then we're gonna add some flour. We're gonna make a roux, and that's gonna be the thickening agent for the sauce, and it's gonna keep the cheese when it melts together. Okay, can't forget the cheese, and this is mustard powder. It's gonna give that sauce a little zing. Let's grill. Now, you want to make sure that you cook the peppers enough. You want the flesh to kind of soften a little bit, get some of that nice grilled, roasted flavor. With these steak sandwiches, you want everything to be nice and soft. And then we're going to shut the grill and let it work like an oven so that it cooks all the way through. It's going to get everything nice and soft. So let's continue with our cheese sauce. So we have butter. We have a little bit of flour. Mix this together. This is known as a roux. This is really just like a thickening agent. Now we're going to add the milk. See how it's thickening up? And if it gets too thick, you can always just add a little bit more milk. Turn it down. Let those cook, and let's go get the meat. Okay, now, this is a little tenderloin of beef. And we're gonna try to slice this very thin. If the steak is too thick, it's gonna rip, you know, when you try to eat it, it's gonna rip the bread apart. We just wanna make it nice and easy to eat, so that's the key. Salt and pepper, a little oil. Okay, and remember, this is gonna cook really fast. We can finish off the sauce. Just gonna dump all this cheese right in here. All right, take the onions off. Peppers, nice and juicy. Some mushrooms.
A little bit of mustard powder for some heat. Dried mustard. Dried mustard is really good, nice and strong. Okay, we got cheese sauce. All right, let's cook the steak. Okay, when you're talking about, cheesesteak sandwiches, there's no medium rare in this game, okay? You just cook it till it's cooked through. All right, this goes pretty fast. I mean, that's why the last thing you want to do is cook your steak. You get all your vegetables done, you get the cheese sauce done, you get the cheese out, you get the bread ready, you get all that stuff ready to go. Smells good. Let's chop up the vegetables. I'm gonna do them sort of Philly style, meaning that, they cut them really small. So we're gonna have the peppers, then we have some onions, chop these up, and then the mushrooms. Okay, let's get to the key of these sandwiches. Remember what I said before? It's all about the bread. So we're gonna use sort of a soft roll, soft, okay? Not a crusty roll. Because this kind of bread is really gonna be able to absorb all the juices from like the steak and the vegetables and the cheese whiz and all that stuff. So we're gonna slice them up. All right, I'm just gonna grill these a little bit. We don't want them to get too crusty. Just a little heat to them. All right. So the first thing I'm gonna do is take some of the cheese sauce, just slather it. I'm gonna take some provolone. I'm gonna take our steak, and then our vegetables. Some peppers, some mushrooms, a couple of onions, a little black pepper. Close them up. I'm just gonna put it back on the grill for 1 second. Close the grill. Count to about 10. And you should do this in Spanish to practice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Let's go. Ow! Slice it up. Let's cut it in half. Okay, steak sandwiches out of the way.